Glad you could join me today. This is Stamp Around UK Video Hop, where a group of UK Stampin' Up! Demonstrators come together to show you some videos, and you can hop along to see all the videos. This month's theme is your favourite DSP. So here today I'm using this Celebration DSP. Now I know this is published at the beginning of March, but hopefully you've got some of this in your stash. This is a Flower and Field Designer Series paper, and as you can see it is a double-sided. So the measurements for the DSP are 3.5 inches by 5 5/8, or if you're working in centimetres it's 8.9 by 14.2 centimetres. And then we're going to cut a strip off of this paper. Now I want to keep these pink flowers on here, so I'm just going to turn it around where it's got the least pink flowers and cutting it at 1/2 inch or 1.3 centimetres. So that's going to turn around and use the other side of the paper. And then for this strip here, this is 3.25 by 5 5/8 of an inch or 2 centimetres by 14.2 centimetres. I've gone and cut down this gold foil speciality piece in half because I'm going to use that on my project. And then also out of my pack of scraps I had these rings that I've cut out from a different project that I had in there, so I decided to use this on my project today. So the outside diameter is about 2 3/4 inches. Sorry, my phone would not focus at that point. I'm going to bring in the beautiful friendship stamp set to add to our card and do some stamping, using some blushing bride ink and stamping this 3 times. Then with Daffodil Delight I'm going to fill them in, and I wanted these to roughly match the colour of the flowers on the paper. Now I know the paper uses Flirty Flamingo, but I found that Blushing Bride seemed to be a better match. Using Shaded Spruce, I'm then trying to desperately fit in the leaves onto the same piece of paper so that I can cut this out in one go. So I'm roughly cutting, and then I'm going to fussy cut around each of the flowers and the leaves to apply them later onto my card. Keeping my scissors straight and turning the card helps you to get a good cut around the image. So once they're cut, they're ready to go, and I'm just going to bend the tops of the roses. This just helps to give me a guide for when I want to come and stick these down. Going to turn these over and then just pop a mini dimensional on the backs, on the upper side of the flowers. Bringing in some Pool Party, I'm going in with the largest piece at first, leaving myself a thin border around the edge of the card. Then going in with the Bumble piece to the left, Bumblebee piece even. There is a gap in the middle, but then we're going to bring on our other strip that we cut off earlier. I wanted the chevron marks to be arrows to be facing down, just preferred it that way. So that just fills in the gap in between. Then applying the gold design paper, just tucking it up to that red strip, and then popping on my ring. So this is going over the gold. It is very near the edge, but thankfully it's still on the card, so I was fine with that. I went with it. And then just applying glue to the other half of those roses that we made earlier, grouping them in a group of 3 to stick on to the ring at the bottom of the card, or the bottom of the ring. And then applying a mini dimensional to each of the leaves as well. This one was playing up. And then same treatment again, I'm going to put glue on the other leaf and just tuck them in place. Bringing on this Coastal Cabana ribbon, I know it's a different colour, but because it's nice and sheer I thought it would match my project. And I'm tying a bow with it, taking my time to just correct the bow and make it look nice as I want it to. And leaving myself a nice long tail also, because we're going to do something with that afterwards. So opening up my scissors like you would do with curling ribbon, you're running the ribbon in between your scissors and your thumb. Please be careful doing this, and this helps to curl the ribbon. It's nice, stiff, thick not thick, but stiff ribbon that's able to curl, and you might just need to encourage it to go round. And then just do the same on the other side. And this just curls the ribbon and gives it a nice finishing touch. You will find that the ends do fray a little bit. Don't worry about that. You can just snip the ends off. That's why you want to give yourself a good length of ribbon. So just trim off the edges with a nice sharp pair of scissors, like the Stampin' Up snips, which are ideal for this. And then you have a pretty little curly bow that I'm going to attach with a glue dot. Bringing in these gold gilded gems, I'm applying them to my card and just spacing them out and having a nice group of 3 on my card. So giving a piece of black strip of card the embossing buddy treatment and using a sentiment from this stamp set, which is here's a card, and I'm going in with I made a card because you're worth it, trying it out with white embossing powder. I had to audition it, trying to figure out which looked nicer. So I thought I'd give white a go, but I'd also wondered what gold would look like to match with my other gold elements on the card. I kind of like both, but for this particular instance I think I'm going to go for the gold. Let me know in the comments below which one you would have chosen. Would you have chosen the white one perhaps? I know it stands out more, but I think that the gold tied in better. Using the tailored tag punch, I'm just cutting a V shape into the sentiment to have a little flag shape, and then just gluing it to my card. Of course, who can forget a bit of Wink of Stella to add that finishing glittery touch to the card, just a touch of sparkle. And of course, just hitting the Wink of Stella over my lid to create a few sparkly splatters. And hopefully that picks up on the video and you can see the gold embossing. So as an added bonus, I didn't record making this box and the contents, but I just thought I'd show you the finished product. And I made a matching box. This is for a friend's 40th birthday, and I made a box of notelets using the same matching paper. And as you can see, I've even lined the inside with the paper, and this just helps to give the box a finishing touch. I've done a set of 5 little notelets using Itty Bitty Greetings, and used that cute ladybird charm on each of the card and the matching designer series paper. So these are great little notelets that she can give to her friends with sentiments like sent with love, a little hello, and sending prayers. And as you can see, I've also just added a bit of the paper to the envelopes to match. The box closes up and I've attached the ribbon underneath that topper, and this goes around the box and can just be tied in a bow at the front. And it matches nicely. It's so nice to be able to give a gift to somebody with a matching card and a matching present, I think. Thank you so much for watching. It's so lovely to have your company as always. If you're not already subscribing, I'd love to have your subscription, and follow the link below for more videos.